Hi guys, welcome back to an episode DB Cars, and in today's episode I'll be showing you guys the TribeCar Hyundai I30 Hatchback. So let's dive straight to this video right now. Alright then, so here is that this is the Hyundai I30 Hatchback from TribeCar itself. So let me just run through you guys the damages for this vehicle, there's any. So far on the front there isn't any obvious damage which I noticed, so no scratch or anything on this vehicle at all. So that's a good thing. Same thing, there's no windscreen chip as of what I observed as well, which is another good thing, just that's missing the TribeCar sticker itself. So that's probably one thing I had to point out. So yeah, moving towards the side, same thing, no scratches or anything, which is a good thing, other than maybe being slightly dirty, but overall wise I think it's not too bad. So yeah, same goes for the rear itself, rear no dent or anything, which is another good point. Same goes for the side, the driver's side. Only thing is this, I think the roof rail, this part right here is already popped up of its place itself, so that's one thing you definitely got to note itself. So yeah, and that overall car condition is not that bad itself. So let me just show you guys the trunk space for the car right now. So to access it, just need to grab hold right down below here and just open it up. So voila, so basically this is how it looks like. I will probably put on screen right now what how much trunk space does this I30 hatchback has compared to the wagon. Probably I'll put it a side-by-side comparison of how much space it has itself right here on screen. But on that, overall not too bad either itself. You do get some hooks on either side to hook your stuff if you want to. You also get a 12-volt socket outlet to, let's say you want to plug in something. Right down below just got a spare tire and some more miscellaneous junk. Got an umbrella right there, which is quite useful, and got some random junk in the car itself. Technically you also got this partial shelf, which if you do not want to let's say you do not want to use it, you could technically unhook it on either side just like that, and you're able to remove it, maybe put it right down below here itself. So yeah, but if not, you can just always just hook it back in itself. So yeah, let me see what I have to say. I think other than that, that's I'll probably put on the screen right now how much trunk space does this car has itself. So yeah, but other than that, that's basically it for this car itself. Now let me just show you guys the rear of the I30 itself. So let's jump straight to that. I almost forgot, and to close it, you just need to just shut it down just like that itself. So yeah, that's probably it for this car wise. And before I show you guys the rear, let me just show you guys the key. So basically this is how the key looks like for the I30. So basically just got a lock unlock function as well as the trunk. So to access the trunk, you just need to hold on the button. Basically this is the other way if you do not want to grab hold the part itself. So just hold on that. It should be open. Yeah, just like that itself. And I think this car technically also has keyless entry, so if let's say you do not want to lock it via the key fob, you can just put your key fob in your pocket and just press on this button, and it will just basically lock the car itself. So yeah, and let's say you're coming back and you want to unlock the car, just finger in. Usually it's finger in and unlock, but if not, then unfortunately got to do the old-fashioned way, which is just do this. Yeah, and it unlocks itself. So yep, that's all. Alright then, now let me just show you guys the rear seat of the Hyundai I30 hatchback itself. So basically, if you guys know, this is the hatchback version of the wagon, which I already reviewed. So basically the only difference is you don't get more storage space for this vehicle itself. But basically in the rear, what do you get? Well, you do get some storage pocket right here to put your stuff if you want to. Same goes for the other side. If you want to put the other stuff, let's say you do not want to put here, let's say you have drinks, you could technically put your drinks at the side of this pocket right here itself. Alternatively, you can also put your more stuff right here itself. So yeah, alright, basically in this car, what else do you get? Basically just get window switches, which you can wind down the windows. You got your door release handle to get out the car, and you just got some AC vents right here to cool yourself in the rear with the option to close or open the air vents. That's probably it. So yeah, and also I don't know what this thing doing here. Let me just, oh yeah, also you got an armrest right here which you could rest your arm on if you want to itself. So yeah, and also there's two cup holders right here if you want to put your drinks itself. So yeah. All right, let's see if alternatively if you guys want to load longer stuff through, you can always do so by either lowering the seat down fully. Let's say you're not carrying any additional passenger, but if let's say you are, you can always just lower the center divider by pressing this down and put this down, and now you can load longer stuff through. Let's say you prefer the hatchback version itself. So yeah, and to close it back up, just the other way itself. So yeah, and that is basically it for this car. And somehow this seems to have the middle seat belt which can be buckled into this port right here itself. So yeah, and also this also have ice fixing point which you can do so by removing this part and inserting a child seat in itself. So yep, that's another good point. Now let me just show you guys the seating comfort for this car. So unfortunately this seat has been adjusted to someone else's last seating position, so definitely not comfortable in this car itself. Because I think I don't know how tall this person is, but I got about a fist of legroom space. Headroom wise is about, let me just show you guys, it's about a fist of headroom space left in the rear itself. So not really the best, but overall I think if the driver were to adjust his driving position wise, I think it'll be slightly better. But if let's say the driver is a tall person, then yeah, well, you're out of luck. So yeah, now let me just show you how does it feel like to sit in the middle itself. So let's shimmy our way over itself. So one good thing I would say is at least the transmission tunnel is not that tall like some of the Continental cars. But so basically this is how I look like sitting in the center itself. I could actually, if I were to like make it comfortable for myself, I would say this is how much space I have. But one thing I say is I'm very close to the roof itself already, so that's one downside itself. But overall I think sitting here is actually not that bad itself lah. But one thing you have to take note is if you have two full-grown size, if you have three full-grown size adults sitting in the rear itself, definitely won't be the most comfortable itself. So yeah, I think probably kids sitting in the center will be a much more better option itself. So yeah, and that I think that's probably it itself. Oh yeah, lastly before I show you guys the front, you do get some hooks on nearly both sides of the car. So one right here and one right at the door, the pillar of the car itself. Same goes for this side and that side itself. And also got a reading light which can turn on or turn off manually itself, or it will turn on when the car doors are open itself. So yeah, and that, let me just show you guys the front of the car right now. If I could open the door without hitting anything. Alright, so this is how I feel like when the doors are open. So I'm able to get out. Not that bad, but still able to get out without any issue itself. So yeah. Alright then, so basically this is the front of the i30 hatchback itself. Basically there's no difference between this and the wagon which I reviewed from get-go itself. The only difference is you're getting a hatchback version rather than an estate version of, or station wagon version of this car itself. So let me just run through some of the storage space that you get for this car itself. Well, one of them is right here itself. So basically you got one storage space right here to put your stuff if you want to. Not too sure what all this junk right inside, but just ignore it for the time being. Moving down, you got some USB storage space right here to put your stuff. You got a wireless charging pad right here to charge your phone if you want to. There's also a USB type A port and auxiliary port, and also a smoking thing if you do smoke itself. So yeah, and that you can just hide the key, just cover up this with this thing right here itself. So yeah, moving down, you just got your gear selector right here itself. You got your parking sensors, this to turn off the stop start for the vehicle, and you got various drive selector mode for this vehicle itself. So basically you got eco, sport, and just regular mode itself. So yeah, nothing else. So moving on, you got 2 cup holders. If you do not want to display that, you can always just cover that up. You got the electronic handbrake, the auto brake hold function, and some storage space right here to put your phone if you want to itself. So yeah, moving on, you just got more storage space right here. If you want to, you can slide this forward to, let's say if you want the armrest to be closer towards you, you can do that. If not, you can just press on this and just slide back, and I think you're able to use it as a regular glove box itself. If I could open it up just like that itself. So yeah, and you got another 12-volt socket outlet right there itself. So yeah. Alright, lastly, just got your AC control, which is very simple and easy to use. You got your auto climate control. This control the fan speed. This control how you want the aircon to be blowing at you. You got fan speed control right here. This of the AC, and this to sync the temperature on both sides itself. So yeah. And lastly, just got your front and rear windscreen defroster. This turn on the AC, and this to basically the air in the cabin itself. So yeah. Lastly, you just got your lock button right here to lock the car doors. You got your headlight button, and this is your infotainment system which you could use. There's also Apple CarPlay, so you can just connect it via Bluetooth itself. So yeah. And that I'm not going to go through too in depth. If you guys want to know more about this infotainment itself, you guys definitely can check out my i30 wagon review itself. So yeah, and that let's move on to the steering wheel itself. So same thing as the infotainment, I won't go too in depth because it's the same thing. So if you guys want to know more about it, you can definitely check out my review for this car itself, which is the wagon version itself. So yeah, I'll probably skip most of this part itself. So you got your indicators right here, light control switches also right here, your stocks right here itself, and yeah, that's probably it itself. So yeah, and this turn off the traction control, and also you got your instrument brightness right here, as well as your to adjust the angle of the headlight itself. So yeah, and this right here to adjust the and that's probably it. Right now you just got some buttons right here to adjust the windows as well as the mirrors itself. So yeah, this to fold in the mirrors, this to adjust the mirrors on the left or right hand side, and this, yeah, that's probably it. What else do I have to share with you guys? Not much actually. Most of the stuff I would say is the same itself. So I think if you guys want to check out the more in-depth video of this car itself, I'll definitely link my i30 wagon video at the end of this video, so do check that out. But for time being, I think that's all I have to say for this video itself. I do apologize if my video is like very rough, it's not perfect itself. So yeah, but that's all I say for this video itself. If you guys enjoyed the video, do click the subscribe button down right below to see more videos like this, or click subscribe and click see my 2 other videos. And with that, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.